The number of people experiencing homelessness in Chattanooga has quadrupled from this time last year. The mayor's administration says this partnership is a start to solving homelessness in the city. Chattanooga's new chief policy officer, Joda Tongnapnua, says the city sent out a request for proposal and 2 hotels responded to help Chattanoogans experiencing homelessness.
This is one tool in the toolbox for us to begin to make sure this problem doesn't get worse.
The Chat-In and Super 8 on Birmingham Highway were the only 2 bids to come in. Tongnapnua says the city will fill available rooms at the Chat-In first because it's cheaper.
That hotel is, I think, pretty much at capacity, so we are only going to have a limited number of rooms there. And so we will allocate the money on a per-cost basis.
The city will use the rest of the $200,000 provided by FEMA to fill the Super 8. Tongnapnua says the Chattanooga Regional Homeless Coalition will help decide who gets access to the rooms. He says the goal is to house the most vulnerable first.
We're looking for folks who are don't have shelter right now, that they are in a vulnerable place, and that particularly for people who they're experiencing homelessness for the first time, it's a much more expensive proposition to house those folks as people stay homeless for longer.
Tongnapnua says the city will be rolling out a long-term plan for people experiencing homelessness in the next few months, but this is a start.
What can we be doing to find long-term, low-barrier shelters for folks? And that's something that we're considering as a main part of our strategy. But then also, how are we wrapping support services, housing navigators, outreach services, so that way we can solve the problem over the long term?
Tongnapnua says meals will be provided by the Chattanooga Community Kitchen. There will be security for at least 6 hours a day, and housing services are provided.